Idra has shared a video on its website, YouTube channel, and other social media outlets which show a massive casting machine being constructed. According to what Idra mentioned in the description, they seek to provide the user with the option to respond to an increasingly competitive and technological product requirement. But on whose demand is the machine being constructed, and what purpose will it serve? Let's explore this in today's video. By producing more die casting machines and attempting to make presses increasingly intelligent to create more automobiles, Idra knows how to give the market the correct product at the right time. The 9,000-ton Giga Press, the world's largest die casting equipment, has finally arrived in Texas, where it'll be used on the production line for Tesla's CyberTruck. According to rumors circulating on Twitter, the new press landed in the port of Houston on September 28th aboard a ship that departed from the city of Genoa, which is, in turn, located in Italy. This information can be traced back to the Giga Press, given that the headquarters of the company that is responsible for the production of the enormous casting machine is situated close to Brescia, which is about in the middle of Milan and Venice. Therefore, the port of Genoa is their best option for becoming an export hub to the United States. It would appear that this is the very same casting machine Idra described back in June of this year as being their largest and most powerful equipment to date. The machine was featured in the local paper and was the highlight of an open house event that took place during the summer. The group even invited the famous engineer from YouTube, Sandy Monroe, to see the machine in person. According to the itinerary, Texas drone pilot Joe to Meer, the container that arrived was comprised of 54 individual crates and weighed a total of 77,000 kilograms when it was delivered. This is consistent with prior stories that we heard during the summer, which stated that in order for Idra to ship the Giga Press, they would need to deconstruct it, and then Tesla would need to rebuild it on location. The weight of 77,000 kilograms might seem excessive at first, but keep in mind that a Giga Press is roughly the size of a modest house and is constructed almost entirely out of components of solid steel. According to the spec sheet provided by Idra, it appears as though the 9,000 series press is expected to weigh slightly less than 600,000 kilograms, which is equal to 590 tons. Therefore, the procedure of assembling the device will take a very long time. The Italian manufacturer demonstrates how to assemble one of their Giga Press machines that are used for making die-cast parts in a video as well. To a tweet regarding the machine, the chief executive officer only replied with the words "CyberTruck body," which served to effectively confirm the news regarding that Tesla has in mind for the press. Although Tesla already makes use of a number of the company's presses in the production of its automobiles, none of those presses is able to squish as well as this one. According to the claims made by the company, it is the first to construct such huge equipment specifically tailored for markets, including the automotive industry. In addition to this, it manufactures the largest machines in the world, and the most recent of these machines will be put to use by Tesla in the manufacturing of the Cybertruck. The owner of Tesla previously disclosed during the presentation of the Cybertruck in 2019 that the cabin of the pickup truck has been incorporated into the exoskeleton unibody shell that makes up the body of the Cybertruck. Because the outer shell of the Cybertruck body is comprised of 30x cold-rolled stainless steel, a particularly massive Giga Press was required to apply extreme pressure while forming the unibody. That is why Idra has developed the 9,000-ton Giga Press. There's no information available at this time that this shipment will arrive at the factory in Austin. Nevertheless, as soon as it does, it is possible that the press will be reconstructed on the production floor, and a lengthy process of calibration and test pressing will start. Because this is the most powerful machine of its kind in the entire globe, it is quite likely that it will be responsible for casting the rear underbody of the Cybertruck that would serve as the truck's support. By applying a significant amount of pressure during the die casting process, the Giga Press, the largest component of the body assembly, is able to create sizable components of the vehicle frame. There is one enormous die mold for each component, and that mold is divided in two, so each half can be used for its respective component. component. After the press has been closed, a force equal to 9,000 tons is applied to press the two halves of the die together in a compact manner. After that, a high-speed plunger is used to inject molten aluminum alloy into the molds that have been sealed in a vacuum. This step needs to be carried out with such exactitude that the liquid metal completely fills the mold without leaving any spaces or air pockets behind. The press will then let go of the die and pull the two sections apart after the metal has reached the desired level of hardness. This will expose the freshly produced component. Lubricants are used to make the extension process easier, and then a robot places the extracted parts in a quenching tank so they can cool off. Following the step of being removed, the open mold will be cooled and cleaned by robots before the subsequent step of restarting the complete process. In the process of casting components for the Model Y, Tesla's most recent generation of Giga Press machines generates around 6,200 tons of force. This revolutionary invention, the construction of which was previously thought to be unachievable even by Idra themselves, is capable of putting out more than 9,000 tons of force, which makes it feasible to cast even larger components. The front and rear quarters of the Model Y frame are each formed from a single enormous piece of metal using the Giga Press machines that are now in use. A task that formerly required over 300 different robots connecting over 70 sections, and this was simply to construct the vehicle's back quarter. Because of this, Tesla has been able to continue optimizing the efficiency of their gigafactories and continuing the ramp-up of their production numbers year after year. Now, while there is very little to no doubt in the fact that Tesla was indeed given a sizable consignment of heavy items from Italy, these items could very well be new components for the 9,000-ton press, or they could also be a fully functional CyberTruck Giga Press that is ready to go to work. Out of both of these scenarios, the latter is very unlikely, but whatever it will be, it does not appear that this representation is the final one. This seems more like the first stage of a whole series that is to follow. So before we get to a fully functional Cybertruck or a Giga Press ready to go, we have some work to do. What do you personally think about the Giga Press, and how much potential does the idea have in revolutionizing the vehicle manufacturing industry? Well, this brings us to the end of the video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing you more content like this. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.